Well, I'm back again. Saturday, St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I wanted to tell you who Luther is. I keep saying Luther this and Luther that, and you wonder who this millionaire is we're traveling with. Well, he is the owner of the ship. So we were so happy when we saw him. Oh my God, it was like a load went off of our shoulders, because as long as Luther was there, we knew we would get to the ship, because he would make miracles happen. Okay, today, St. Patrick's Day. We left our anchorage after breakfast, and boy, we had rock and roll for 3 hours, heavy seas. And the captain was trying to find a harbored place that was calm. And we found a place, and we ate lunch, but we had to leave. He couldn't hold himself in there. And the weather report says storm coming, big bad weather coming. So we left, and he said he was going to Crooked Isle, which had a sheltered bay, and the anchorage was good. And we got there, and they anchored, and they tendered us to shore. He didn't anchor too close. And the beach was a mile long, and we snorkeled. It was just beautiful. We saw big stingrays, and we saw fish of all colors, yellow ones, red ones, blue ones, brown ones. It was unbelievable, all colors and sizes. It was a lot of coral and a lot of rocks there, and a lot of those coral fans and those spongy looking things. Oh, it was just marvelous. Water was good too. It was not cold. It was warm water. So we did that, and we walked along the beach, and we got in, the last tender in at 5:30. Wasn't much to do after that. We ate, and we played passenger bingo. We didn't win. But what that was in the morning at breakfast, they gave you a card with a bingo card with all empty squares, and you went around and you got passengers' names, and you said a few words, and everybody got to meet everybody else. And then at night, instead of using numbers, they just called out their names. And if your name got called out, you told them where your hometown was, and then the next game, you told what your previous occupation was, how many grandchildren, how many great-grandchildren, what your hobby was, or all kinds of things. It was really neat and a nice way to get to know people, especially the hobbies, because, I mean, you don't run up to someone and say, what do you like to do best of all? But I got chosen once, and I told them about my hobby, about archaeology and digging up the Indians, and about running the rivers. And but Ralph never got that. Once he asked him what his occupation was, and he says he was just a professional unemployed bum, and everybody had a big laugh out of that. So we did that. We have a jigsaw set. Well, we did one jigsaw already. This is the second jigsaw. We have 1,000 pieces of Coca-Cola signs, all different kinds of nostalgic Coca-Cola signs, and everybody works here and there, puts a few things in here and there. So that was the end of that. Hi, this is the next day, Sunday a.m., no church, obviously. There's no people here. This is an empty, deserted island. We already did exercises. We go out on the back of the boat, and we do nothing, you know, those kind of things, moving your arms around and stretching your legs and all this and that. And then we walked around the boat. We lapped the boat, and we did half a mile. I didn't complain, because this was my first time, so I wasn't going to say, let's go for more. I thought, well, I'll wait and see what happens. And now I'm just sitting here waiting and talking to y'all, and waiting for breakfast, which should be ready in a couple of minutes. And then I don't know, after we finish breakfast, we'll either go someplace else or we'll snorkel here again. Whatever, it was really great, so we're willing to stay. And Ralph came in just a few minutes ago, and he says, we saw a big shark go by. He says, it must have been 8-10 feet long. Well, even if that's an exaggeration and that's down to 6 feet, that's still a nice sized thing to see. So I'll tell you more tonight.